sharks like you.
Oh!
Now help me get them to the car.
Wow!
Yeah! Yes! Yes!
Let's go! Welcome to Hester Bros Cartoon Theater, everybody! I'm Alec, this is my brother Lucas, and I have moved to where Lucas is so that we can start doing the show in person, and that's awesome, and we love it, we're really excited. That is also why it's taken us a bit longer to get more Steven Universe to you, but we are back, and we are so excited. I'm ready to see more!
My partner just finished this show, and I just saw them experience it vicariously, and it's gonna be delightful.
Which is what you're all here to do, watch me experience it and then live vicariously through me, right? Is that
You know
kinda how it
what?
works?
I'm interested. Let us know why you watch reaction videos.
That's a great question. I would love to know that too.
And if you haven't thought about it until right now, don't start analyzing. It'll only make things worse.
Lucas, I'm so ready to watch more Steven Universe. Can we get started?
Yes.
Yes!
Oh yeah, and when you're down there, subscribe and like and all the channel things.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. If you want to finish the series, you're going to have to be subscribed. That's the easiest way. Really?
Are the crystal gems?
Okay, so the name of this one is So Many Birthdays. I like to speculate about what the episode might be about based on the titles. So Many Birthdays, I can only think means that perhaps it's Valentine's Day, and I'm out of time.
Well,
I found it! What manner of magical alloy is this?
But whose birthday is it? I feel like
Oh, there we
maybe
go.
Steven's birthday would make sense.
if that looked blurry for a second, that was HBO Max, not us.
That burrito. No! Don't eat it! Oh!
It kind of looks like you guys and my mom.
Oh, that's cute.
That is us. Really?
Is this the first time we're seeing a picture of her?
A picture like that. I think we've seen like the painting, the big mural of, in the house.
Okay, yeah.
How old are you guys?
Much older than any human.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, yeah, we don't know that either. Ugh, there's so much lore to learn.
But we can still get hurt and die.
I feel like that's an interesting twist on immortality, which maybe is always kind of a thing. Like, you can always die if you're immortal, but you don't age.
It depends on the immortality. It's like, do you have healing powers kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gems don't have birthdays, or they don't celebrate it.
That's really interesting. Do they even know? I mean, they've been around for so long, and if they don't celebrate it...
Do you remember when you were born?
I mean, I don't remember the time. I only remember it because of a birth certificate.
Wow.
And social norms.
You put a lot of faith in those people. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I don't.
Yeah. I don't remember it. No, I'm just kidding.
Lion's back!
Even if your age isn't real and your body's an illusion. It's my favorite song.
See, we're just a tad mature for this ritual.
I do see how if you don't celebrate birthdays, this could be like such a weird social thing to be forced into.
I'll use it all the time.
I agree. I mean, for me, I always like try to embrace the culture of wherever I am if it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's great.
Try. Sometimes some things are weird, but I do my best. We all have our predispositions. I think the gems also come from such a different culture and they've never seen anything like humans. I mean,
Baseball.
we did that the other day.
We did, we played catch.
It was such a brother moment. It was really nice, actually.
It doesn't feel like any of these birthdays are catered to them at all. Like, why does it matter if it's pearls or amethysts?
That's a good point. He's just doing regular.
But he's trying so hard.
Oh, dude, you gotta go to clowning school. You never break character. I haven't broken character for years.
I do like pie.
Well, you're in luck. I
Oh,
baked
no.
pie. I sure hope nothing happens to it.
I hope nothing happens to the pie. Yes, me too.
Careful. You almost fell right on that path.
See, Pearl?
Pearl is so disturbed.
Pearl says she's all partied out and she's ready to go home.
That's
Honestly,
so relatable.
Relatable, I was gonna say. Oh.
You're not too big. You just get in.
This is like when I tried to put NBA player James Harden onto the Tomorrowland Speedway at Disney. He wouldn't get in.
See, Amethyst is doing what I would do.
I just need to think. The zoo racer suddenly seems undignified.
You know the funny thing about aging is we always like talk about these themes, and growing up is a weird thing, but sometimes I feel like we underestimate just how much of an existential crisis that is.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this affects Steven in particular as a character. Wow!
So young, so innocent.
This is really wild.
Yeah. Whacker man.
Oh my gosh, there's so much anthropology in this episode,
Yeah,
honestly.
dude. I mean, we're talking about aging norms, I mean, in the United States, granted, mostly, because that's probably the viewpoint that they're writing it from, but I think it's relatable to lots of other cultures, hopefully.
Oh, wow. Even older. It's weird to see what he looks like at different ages. It doesn't feel right.
I know!
And it's because you associate Steven's personality with this boyish image, you know, the vibe that he gives off.
I've never seen your mug before.
Oh, hardy har, Lars.
He doesn't know it.
I used to make jokes, but you know what?
Oh my gosh.
I've had a lot of time to think today.
I used to make jokes.
Smarten up. Act like an adult. 'Cause one day,
Oh my god, I hope this isn't what our show looks like in 20 years.
and you won't have little Steven to pick on anymore because I'll be a grown-up too.
Oh.
Steven who?
Steven Quartz Universe. And
Oh, I just learned his middle name.
This is a really surreal episode.
Are you okay?
This is a Twilight Zone episode, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nuts.
I'm gonna have to eat fiber cereal. All my teeth are gonna fall out. And
I
then
like fiber cereal. Oh no, it's happening to me!
sugar-free.
Wait, I do eat... Oh no, I do shoot.
I need
Wait, why does eating healthy have to be an old thing?
Oh, a reverse birthday. We're going Benjamin Button.
suit.
You better run!
Wow.
That was such a great joke! Ooh. I like this too, though, because this is an emotional reflection of the anxieties of aging, you know?
This is fun.
Yeah, in a really complex way for how an 11-minute episode, you know?
Well, and this isn't exactly the stages of aging as much as it is the fears around the staging of aging.
Absolutely.
You know, this is the worst version of being a teenager and the worst version of being,
But he's
you know,
human.
every stage.
Yeah. Well, and it's also the tendency to fall into the social roles that feel like they are required of you at the time.
My birthday suit might help. It's pretty funny. I'm sorry, I'm not over that.
It's all out of birthday magic.
Also, Steven's about to die.
Well, now it's a Christmas suit because he's Santa Claus. Oh.
Living out of time.
Trying to pull back on childhood to... Oh, man.
Girl, get over here. I can't
Oh.
for Steven.
The way we push the childhood back in adulthood, it stings.
I like how Pearl's...
A delicious pie.
Oh my god.
I sincerely hope
She's crying!
nothing happens to. Oh, Steven. Are you trying to kill him faster?
This is...
She's just shaking him! Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and turn it on again.
Just please control yourselves.
That's the age that you need to be responsible.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
And that's the insecure age.
Can't stand to see you freaking out like this.
I love
Oh
this
my
too.
gosh.
You have to feel like yourself. Sweet and considerate and only occasionally obnoxious.
You really think I'm all those things? I am pretty great.
Oh, Steven.
Whoa.
Steven? Yeah.
We'll work on the rest later.
So, I love... One of the things I love about Steven's power system, remember the cat fingers episode?
Oh,
How
yeah.
that turned into like an actually horrifying situation? That was this, too, you
You're
know?
right. They're not afraid to play with some surrealist themes.
No,
And it-
surreal and horror even, maybe?
A little
Like,
bit, the
kind-
body
maybe
horror.
not horror, but at least scary. You know, they're not afraid for it to be scary.
Yeah, I mean, that was unsettling, no doubt. So let's stop down and just talk about it for a second. I actually feel like maybe that was my favorite episode so far.
Pretty good one. I remember this being one of my favorite. I think this
sticks
is one of my
out to me
so far.
You and I actually were talking the other day, and you commented on how it's interesting that in Japanese culture, you'll see in anime, old people are revered and often seen as like really awesome, like tough characters.
Yeah.
In America, they're seen as like decrepit, and it's almost like the media that we see sort of reinforces the stereotypes of aging.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, that's what I was thinking about a little too. In regards to your tastes changing and you getting older and stuff like that, I don't think that you really ultimately need to like worry about it because it happens really naturally. Like I remember when I was a kid, I was so into Godzilla, and I got everything kaiju. I learned everything about Godzilla. It's not even about growing out of it. I don't even like that phrase. Like my tastes just change. People change as they get older. Change isn't always in a forward motion either. Sometimes you regress and go back to how you were when you were younger in some ways.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just like weird. You know, you're always the sum total of all of the experiences that you've had in your life, and always embrace whatever version of you happen to be right now. It's great, especially if that version of you just subscribed to Hester Bros Cartoon Theater. That makes it even better.
Can we watch the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right. Oh, Lars and the Cool Kids.
And the Cool Kids.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think that's going to be about?
So I'm going to give a serious one here, because Lars is a character that we keep seeing in the background, and we haven't seen as much of him kind of stepping to the limelight. I feel like Lars is a character who Steven sees as being like, oh, this teenager who's got his cool friends and stuff. Maybe Steven wants to get in on that. That would be my first guess.
No, Steven, don't get near that stuff.
Whoa, that was a pretty bold move.
Steven.
Bold.
Dude, guard.
Okay.
That was pretty funny.
But Rose loved it anyway. She saw the beauty in everything, no matter how gross.
Aw, see, that's like, I love that, finding the beauty in living things. People are like, you need to trim your weeds out of your garden. I'm like, why did you call that a weed? By what technical definition? It's just because you think it's ugly. Get out of here. I like my weeds.
Some level of cleanliness is good.
Wow. Cleanliness is a relative standard.
What the?
Is this police tape?
Isn't this great?
She could just...
We don't even have to use magic. Humans will just see this and walk away.
Oh my god, it's true!
That's so funny. It's just, oh, here's the rules. We believe.
Quick funny story. I had a friend that stole a public street sign in the middle of the day.
Oh.
Because he just literally threw on a safety vest. He, like, brought a freaking, like, power drill screwdriver and, like, took the sign in, like, noon. There were cars driving by. Nobody stopped him because he was wearing a safety vest.
Beat the pizza.
When I worked at Disney, it wasn't uncommon for people to get into a line just because there was a line before there was anything in front of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Not all the time, but, you know, it would happen.
I do other things.
Like standing
Work-life balance. Okay, Lars.
Well, also, you're a teenager, so you're doing, like, part-time work.
In school.
Playing it cool today, you know?
No, it's summer.
so much.
Okay, fair.
Steven, don't go in there.
Did Steven clock him?
He opened the door and there was
Oh, no. Okay.
That's what I was wondering.
You know, the last time we got teased with Lars's character dynamic was the wrestling episode, and I actually really liked it.
Oh, you know those guys.
Not quite.
I think this show is good at humanizing characters in general. It doesn't have time for everybody, but it's pretty good at it.
Work, Steven. Steven, turn around, act natural.
Tell Dad I'll be back later.
Interesting. See, we keep seeing that Lars actually isn't this cool type of character that he sort of projects himself as completely. But it's who he would like to see himself as.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Steven.
Those things are too sweet for me.
Hi, my name's Steven.
Buck Dewey.
They call me sour.
And that's exactly how that would honestly go, too. People are, like, usually really nice, I
know,
think, right?
It's easier to introduce yourself than it feels like it is.
I mean, it depends on where you are, too. Like, don't talk to strangers is also good advice.
Sure.
They invited us along for a ride.
Huh? Wait a minute. You? Steven, you got lucky. So don't ruin this with any of your lame shtick.
Oh, my.
Pew pew, you got it.
That's it. That's his thing.
No,
Pew,
actually-
pew. It's my thing now, too. Pew! No.
There's a lot of science on, like, making friends, especially as adults. A lot of the time, you know, people they think they can just, like,
Yeah, man.
let it happen, and it's actually easier to just introduce yourself.
Check out my shirt.
Oh, that snake is nasty.
Yeah, I hate snakes.
No, like, nasty
What?
cool.
That's too bad. Some snakes are pretty cool.
Sounds like it's time to buckle up.
See, these people are chill, but they don't seem too interesting.
Hey man, there's nothing lame about
Yes! Okay, no, I'm a big fan of this.
You got turned around in a line. There's nothing lame about seatbelt safety. Yeah, I can rave to this.
Beat all the G's in there like 3 million times.
No way!
I believe it.
Oh.
That kid seems like the kind of guy who would sit in the arcade and...
I'm just exaggerating to sound cool.
Appreciate your honesty.
See, the reason I love this show is because it's fostering, like, in my opinion, the kind of, like, wholesome interactions I wish people started having younger.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just treat people that nice?
Oh.
You know what? I know this place may seem cool, but it's actually a lot less cool than you'd think.
Get this place out.
I feel like they might go up and be like, oh, we don't want to break the rule.
The police tape.
They were into seatbelt safety.
Well, I mean, rules aren't always about safety, though.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if they're fully ethically consistent here. I'm above the law.
See, it's not about the law, it's about safety, right?
I guess that's true.
I'm sure.
As far as they know, there's nothing dangerous about this situation. It looks like a pretty normal place, right?
Don't go in there.
Minus the police tape.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I wear my seatbelt, but I'd also do something like this.
See, at this point, I might just flat out say, hey, I know for a fact exactly what's in there.
Oh, that's what I do, too.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
Oh. Uh-oh. He's about to learn a lesson. Ooh, is Lars about to be responsible for saving these people?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, now Steven's... Oh.
It's some kind of magic moss my mom planted.
Can you imagine that, like, what would... I'd be like, what did you just say? What exactly am I looking at?
This is pretty traumatizing.
Dude, this is scary. They're, like, losing air.
I know what we have to do.
Maybe. I feel like that's what they were implying with that gasping.
I knew if something went wrong today, it would be because of you. Now I'm never going to be.
Actually, he tried to save everybody, and y'all didn't listen to him. Just want to point that
Oh,
out.
gosh.
What do you know about my mom?
Ooh.
Didn't even get to know my mom, but I do know she saw beauty in everything, even in stuff like this, and even in jerks like you.
Ooh.
Now help me get them to the car.
Wow.
Yeah! Yes! Yes!
Let's go!
Let's go, Steven!
That was such a character development moment.
Dude, yeah,
Ah!
see, I love it because you kind of don't expect Steven to just straight up stand up for himself and make Lars feel bad.
The stick. You just keep us on the road.
Like, the idea that this kid can stand up for himself and then immediately just be in the flow state to save someone, like, that's the kind of human being I want to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, to some degree, I almost feel like I haven't taken him seriously enough as a character by that logic. Because you sort of do see him as almost like a SpongeBob type as the series starts. So I feel like...
Well, and you see him insecure about that a little bit, you know? Even though he's still a kid, he wants to be taken seriously, and I think that
True.
that's relatable because everyone wants to be taken seriously, no matter what level of skill or intelligence you are at anything.
And look at the respect he actually commanded here by standing up for himself.
Yeah!
But Lars is insecure. Like, we've seen that from his character. Wait. No.
They died.
No, they didn't. Come on.
Just kidding. Could you imagine? Oh, it's because when the sun comes out, it all turns into...
Trying to bloom.
Oh, it just crawls to the highest point. There's lots of plants that just crawl to the highest point.
I think I died. Did they just have a near-death experience?
Sour cream is like, I've had ones like it.
Music.
Yeah.
So good.
This is one of my favorite scenes in all of Steven Universe. It's not because it's beautiful or anything. Not that
Wow.
it is.
Holy rave to this.
Wait.
I spin poi.
I love that that sticks out for you.
Here's a video of me spinning poi so other people know what it is. I promise it's a thing, it's cool.
And now Steven and Lars are kind of friends.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Lars is an interesting character to me here because he is a jerk a lot, and not to excuse him being a jerk, but you
course.
also do see, like, a deeper level of he's trying to find his place in the world, and he doesn't really know where he fits, and this is kind of a way maybe he can, like, indoctrinate himself with the in-crowd.
It's like what Steven was saying about his mom. She saw beauty in all of these things, right? And I think that there's some subtext with the show saying, when somebody's acting kind of awful, it's not that it's justified necessarily, necessarily, but there's a reason, at least. It's coming from somewhere. No one's just malicious for no reason, you know what I mean?
Sure. Well, in Lars's case, he was thinking completely about himself and his own frustration in the moment and projecting it onto Steven. I'm
what
still...
a dense episode. Like, honestly...
It is. No, it's hard not to
that's
stop
too much.
down and really get into the talk. And I understand why people want us to see every episode, just because...
Oh, yeah, this is not a show you can miss stuff.
You get something from every single one. You know, you get the feeling like this Lars-Steven friendship is maybe going to take a step forward. It's not just going to go back into a formulaic place where they hate each other again. I might be wrong. It feels like something was gained from this, that there are stakes to this moment that they had.
Characters' relationships change as a result of these conversations and experiences, and you can tell just in how they interact, and it's subtle, but it's really well done, I think.
Yeah. It's a beautiful story. It just makes me excited to keep watching more.
Yeah.
So, if y'all aren't subscribed already and you made it to the end of this video, you're probably our people, so I think you'll probably want to subscribe. There's going to be a lot more fun conversations to be had.
And if you want to see cool show-related friends, homies,
Because I don't have any Steven Universe ones.
become a member of our YouTube channel, or like do the subs things, or go to Twitch. There's a bunch of different ways to contribute, and then maybe I'll spend that money on Steven Universe dolls.